What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Noah Gray here, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Josh's channel and check out showmefootball.com for more.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back into yet another video on my channel. My name is Josh Fann of showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com, covering your Kansas City Chiefs. And tonight I am joined by my good friend Michael D'Arcy of KC Sports Report. And Michael, today we are going to talk about the rust versus rest conversation with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now that they have the number one seed locked up in the AFC, they no longer have to play their starters against the Denver Broncos in that last game of the regular season. But there's going to be a debate, Michael, about whether or not the Kansas City Chiefs should rest their starters completely versus maybe play them for the first quarter or the first half or even a drive, having them suit up, because they're going to have almost a month off in between now and the next game that they play in the postseason, because they have that bye week now with the one seed. So we'll start it off with this, me asking you a question. Are you worried at all about the Kansas City Chiefs having too much rest while not playing a football game for too long before the postseason, when football gets really serious for them?
If this was 2019, the answer would be yes. This is 2024. This Chiefs team has won back-to-back championships. They're going for their third consecutive. I'm not scared whatsoever. I think that this rest is going to be very well enjoyed, and I think that you're going to see a rejuvenated team that is going to come out in the playoffs in the divisional round against a team that has already been playing for the past couple of weeks, and they're going to be fresh and healthy and ready to go. And I think that that's why that bye week was such an emphasis for this team. They needed to get it. If they did not get the one seed with all the injuries they've sustained, it would be just that much harder for them to go on and win a three-peat. But getting that one seed, giving them that rest, they're already putting themselves in a great position to go out there and handle business and go do it in February.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And the biggest thing is the injuries. I mean, they have so many of them, and they have a lot of guys that they need to get healed up. Chris Jones, Jawan Taylor, DJ Humphries, Mahomes himself. There's so many injuries on this team that have affected them throughout the year. Those guys need their rest. And I also think, they've proven it at this point that it's never too much rest for them. They're always ready to go when it comes playoff time, and they've had the bye week before. Now there's only one bye week in the conference now with the expanded playoff in the 17th game, so it's a lot more important that you get it as well. We were talking about this off the air, but I had a conversation with a friend after the Kansas City Chiefs locked up the one seed, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he was talking about the rust versus rest conversation and how teams that win 15 games or more in the regular season, they typically do not have a good record historically when it comes to winning the Super Bowl. And, I said, with this new 17-game format and the expanded playoff, there's only one bye now, which makes it a lot more important that you get it. Because before, you could go like 11-5 and still be the 2 seed and still get that first round bye. Not anymore. And so I think we have to start looking at this a little bit different now. Before, if you won 15 or 16 games in the regular season, you're more likely to get ousted by a team that did not exert all of their energy trying to win that many games, but still got a bye week before the postseason started. So I think getting that one seed, that was what was most important to them. And that's why you saw them win so many games with razor thin margins, is because they're just trying to win and get out. And so when it comes to the rust versus rest conversation, I think what was most important to them was that bye week before the postseason. They got that. Now they're going to get the rest that they need, and so many guys on this team need it. And also, one more thing I'll add on before you speak, Michael, is this Chiefs team, they had their bye week during the regular season all the way back in week 8. That has to be the earliest they've had that bye week in a long time. It's been a long time since these guys have gotten a day off.
Yeah, no, having that rest, I think, is a huge thing for this team. And the whole argument that team's record isn't that good when they do rest their guys that long, that all goes out the window when talking about this Chiefs team, because no one has been in this position with the one seed in this type of structure that is going for a three-peat. It would be different if this was the 2019 Chiefs when they hadn't won anything and they had a really young core of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and an unproven head coach in the playoffs. but we've seen this team rattle off 2 consecutive Super Bowl wins and not really have a lot of rest. They've played a lot of games in the last 3 years, Josh. And so getting this little 24-day stretch where they don't have to play their starters, that's an opportunity to be like a new training camp, a new off season. That's almost a month off. You know what this team could do with a month off in terms of getting healthy, getting DJ Humphries back, maybe getting someone like Justin Watson or Jalen Watson back potentially.
Yeah.
Like there's so many, good things that could happen due to this rest. And I feel like the pros just outweigh the cons by a lot.
Well, and I'm hoping too that, Andy Reid is going to be taking advantage of that time he has to game plan for all sorts of potential opponents. Now, it's not so much of an advantage because you don't know who you're playing yet, but you at least have an idea of what the field looks like. And so you can prepare for all those potential opponents. And we know that Andy Reid has typically been pretty good coming off the bye week. Imagine him coming off of 24 days to prepare.
Dude, we're going to see him go scorched earth. Like, I feel like we are watching a team peak at the perfect time. And I know they're going to be resting for, 20-something days. But I feel like that Steelers game showed you that if this is a big game, if the Chiefs need to go out and play 60 minutes of good football to beat a team when it actually matters, there is no other team that you should be picking to win against the Chiefs because they are going to go out there and find a way to handle business. And they just destroyed a playoff team on the road on 4 days rest. And so this rest that they're going to get because of the number 1 seed is only going to help them prepare more and get their bodies right. Because when you get to the divisional round of the playoffs or an AFC championship game, if you get to an AFC championship game, either Buffalo or Baltimore or maybe Pittsburgh's not making it, or like Houston, they're not going to make it either. Like really either Baltimore or Buffalo, they're going to have played 2 games to get to that point when you've played 1 game in a month. Yeah. That is going to completely change the dynamic of that AFC championship game. And listen, the healthy teams normally win in January. So I feel like that is just another example of why this rest, why this bye week is so good.
Well, and you mentioned the Steelers game and how they kind of needed to turn it on, and they did because it was almost like a playoff atmosphere having that 1 seed on the line. And the Steelers are a playoff team. They may not be the most impressive team, but they're a playoff team, and they were in the hunt for the 1 seed there for a minute. And the Chiefs just kind of ran them off the field without very much effort. And I mean, I think we can both agree they still didn't really play close to what their best game looks like. And they won by multiple scores on a 4-day turnaround with no Chris Jones. And I think that has me feeling especially confident about this team, what they're going to look like with all that rest now and getting healthy, because they're nowhere close to healthy right now.
Chris Jones not only has time to get healthy, but he has a chance to rest, like even after he gets healthy. And that's like scary because a rejuvenated Chris Jones with a defensive line that had 5 sacks against Pittsburgh's offensive line on Wednesday, like Josh, I mean, what are they going to do to an offensive line of Baltimore or Buffalo? Like, I feel like the rest is just so important for this team. And I understand that the statistics might not show that that's a good thing for a team to have so much downtime. You cannot compare any previous statistics, any common sense, common knowledge. You throw that out the window when talking about this Chiefs team because they're not normal, Josh. They've won so many games that they should not have won by playing a mediocre game. And the reason they can do that is because they are the Chiefs.
Well, we talked about it off the air as well. They're already up against the odds because they're going for a 3-peat. So who cares if they're getting all this rest, or what the odds look like, for a team that's won 15 games in the regular season or for a team that has so much time off. They're already going up against the odds. And usually Patrick Mahomes, when going up against the odds, Michael, has been pretty damn good.
I wouldn't bet against him. I don't know why anyone would bet against him. And that's the point that I'm trying to make as well. And I've watched a lot of content, whether it's your stuff, Josh, or, RGR football, or how about those Chiefs, and even like other fan bases around the NFL kind of lamenting the greatness of the Chiefs. And just seeing them kind of be like, Chiefs are back. This is the Chiefs team that's going to go 3-peat. Like, this is what we've been wanting to see all season long, and they're peaking at the perfect time. It's just like, they're not normal, and they're not like any other team that we've ever seen before. And they have a chance to go out there and make history. And not only do they have a chance to make history, but the conditions to go do that are in their favor. And listen, the Chiefs already have so many things going in their favor. Great head coach, great quarterback, one of the best tight ends to ever do it. You've got a defense that is phenomenal, and they're getting healthier. And if you give them all of that, and you add the fact that they're going to get more time to prepare and get healthy, good luck. Good luck, guys. I just don't understand how you could bet against this team when it truly matters, when they've shown over the past couple of seasons they're going to find a way to win.
I think I agree with you. And I think that's actually a good place to end it, because this Chiefs team is going to look locked in after getting all of that time to rest up and get healthy. I think we both agree there. But I want to hear from you guys down below in the comments what you think about the rust versus rest conversation. Are you concerned about the Chiefs having too much time off, or do you think this is what's necessary in order for them to gear up for a Super Bowl run? We look forward to hearing from you guys. But with all that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find this. Make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com. And then, Michael, where can the people find you?
You guys can find me on YouTube at KC Sports Report. That's kind of the one-stop shop for everything that I'm doing. I think I'm like 50 subscribers away from 11,000. So if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to Josh or myself, definitely hit the subscribe button on both of our channels. We've been pushing out content nearly every day for you guys, and the best way you guys can show support is by subscribing. It's free, takes less than 10 seconds, and it greatly helps us out.
That is a great argument, Michael. So yeah, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, Michael's stuff will be in the description as always, so you can head over to his channel, help him reach 11,000. He's really close, but that is it from us. So we appreciate you guys. Once again, make sure you do all that stuff. Hit the like button, notification bell. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, go Chiefs.